It's Monday. Is it Monday? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's Monday. So sick of this racist crap. This racist crap. This racist crap. I'm happy where I am, where everybody's miserable. I know how to do radio, 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 radio. So sick of this racist crap. This racist crap. This racist crap. So sick of this racist crap. This racist crap. This racist crap.
I discovered a super tip that I might have missed previously. I don't know. But Nodak sent me one, so I'll go ahead and put that up there. There it is. And the statement is, hope you had a great trip. Well, I appreciate that, Nodak. And thank you for the super tip. And, well, the trip, it had its problems, but once I was there, everything was fine. I had a great time with Pat, and we did some live streams while there. Did New York City Crime Report, stuff like that. Shot some pool. It was great. The trip on the way, I got lost a couple of times. But it wasn't, it cost me some time and that sort of thing. But I, figured it out. I got there, and that was okay. The trip home, got lost a couple of times. Really bad in Birmingham. I can't even remember how the hell I ended up. I mean, you on the way back, you crossed through Birmingham, Alabama. Because that's just the point of direction to where I needed to go. But I got turned around some kind of way because there's every now and then there's a switch off between one interstate and the other, and that sort of thing. And oh man, just wandered around and got confused by some of the signage that would lead you to the exit for the interstate. Eventually, I got help, and I now that I think about it, I think I passed the exit maybe twice, thinking it was the wrong one, but it wasn't. It's the right one. You just got to go through it. It says Interstate 65, but I needed Interstate 59 south. And you just go a little further, and there it is. So, so okay, no big deal. The only thing is a big storm was brewing. Had I been out of there on time and on schedule, I never would have had to deal with the storm. But the storm hit, and it was pretty massive, just blinding rain. And gee, I hope I'm in the right lane as I'm going, because you couldn't see anything. Everybody else doing 90 to nothing as if it was bone dry, but that's typical of traffic, you know. So eventually drove out of the storm. So I was doing all right, you know. So I'm going along, make it to Mississippi, and then the tire blew out. And that was pretty bad. I was on the curve of the interstate, so everybody coming around, they don't see me there until they're right on me. So it was quite a few near misses. The big trucks going by, boy, the suction of those trucks is pretty tremendous. I had to grab a hold of the truck before I was pulled out under their tires. So so worked on that to get the spare. Problem was, due to this condition I have, I can't stay bent over or crouched down or squatting for very long. Probably less than a minute. I'm going to get sick. Well, it's going to take a hell of a lot longer than that to get the spare off the back of the bed with the cable and everything. Then you got the attachment. You got to fish through the hole while balancing the tire. Yeah, it just wasn't going to happen. It ended up, but I damn near passed out, seeing stars and spots and stuff like that. And just had to wait. That's when I'm going to have to call for help. So I did. Eventually a state trooper showed up and helped me out, and got the spare on, and was on my way out of there. But geez Louise. It was like a few seconds there. I mean, I was just blacking out, couldn't see, and all this stuff. It's bad. I don't know why. It's like the doctor said, well, you need to lose weight. Well, 50 pounds gone later, and it still happens, you know. Now, these were terrible conditions, of course. But, you know. So in future, I'm not putting the spare back there. I'm going to figure out some other way, either mount it inside the bed or get the bed covering and lock it down or whatever, that sort of thing. So at least that part of it I can avoid. But anyway, that was probably the worst part. It's just threw my back out, of course. That always goes. And I apparently did it a lot worse than I initially thought, because it's still hurting me. So this is like a week later, you know. And so that's still dogging me. The other thing, even before the trip, I've noticed this. I'm having extreme difficulty getting to sleep, and even worse, staying asleep. I don't know what that's about, but it certainly made matters much worse. And that's a continuing thing. So, but the actual being in Chattanooga was great. If I could just beam over there, like, you know, Star Trek, that would be better. Or, you know, how you warp space and you can just open a doorway from my house to Chattanooga and I just walk in, you know, that would be nice. But I don't know how to do that. So, yeah. So anyway, lived to tell the tale. So there you go. But past week just felt awful and didn't really do a whole lot. I did do one of Pat's streams, and that was about it. And didn't really had some ready-made stuff and a couple of things I taped for videos. But until yesterday, Sunday Comics really hadn't done anything. So up pops a clip from Who Are These Podcasts about Opie. I said, well, it's Monday. I can do an Opie drawing. And so that's what I'll do. But anyway, gee, you're all caught up on that story. Isn't that nice? Yeah, yeah. So anyway, thanks for the super tip, Nodak, and it's greatly appreciated. All right, let me situate everything here. There we go. Comments in the chat. A. Thompson first. A. Thompson maybe last. I don't know. Maybe. A. Thompson. Doug, terrible news. Young Carmick took 1,500 milligrams of edibles and sank into his chair like that carpet scene from Train Spotting. Well, what did he do that for? Andy Masterson, good morning. Well, good morning to you, Andy. Andy, of course, is a panelist on the Pop Culture Breakdown over at Overlord DVD's channel, Doomcock, Future Ruler of Earth, where we talk about pop culture, and what the hell happened to it, but also he makes all these cool action figures and whatnot. He's really good at that. He sculpts. So he made me a Night action figure. Yeah. A. Thompson, you went south through Marietta and got on I-20. Then somewhere in Jackson, you head south to I-10, then head west. Yeah, no, that's not it. A. Thompson, is your truck a dually? No, it is not. A. Thompson, some years of those Dodge trucks, the lug nuts are chrome plated and they swell up so you can't get the socket on. It came off very easily. It's an MFR. You have to hit it up the snap-on guy for like 17.5 millimeters impact socket. Now getting it off and getting the spare on wasn't the problem. It was getting it from the bottom of the bed. A. Thompson, Doug, you need to get fucking healthy. Well, have worked on that. This thing remains quite the mystery. And there may be no fixing it. These things happen. Just hit me up over here. We can go on a live board dive trip for a week. You'll lose 30 pounds. Well, I've already lost 50. I don't know if I need to lose 30, but but anyway, these are the things, the things. And so, yeah, it was a bit scary for the moment. But well, it worked out, Okay, let me start this. So Opie did a show from, what's that place, the bar, Gephards? That usually does. Only this time he was in the outer part of it. A lot of times him and the guys that do his show with him, they do it in this basement, which probably would have been more appropriate for what he did. He started singing very loudly, and of course there's customers there because it's it's like a restaurant as well as a bar, and couldn't have been all that great to have him blaring out the noise. And basically noise was what it was, because he was making fun of Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam. Jeez, why am I blanking on that? And it's the old joke. And actually, I recall this. That was I believe, an Anthony thing, where you just make fun of the way Eddie Vedder would sound, so and that sort of thing. And so that's what he did, but it was really annoying and loud. And then he moved on to the Toadies and that sort of thing. So it was very odd, but such is the nature of it. But you'd have to conclude that I don't know if that's great for your business to have this guy making all that noise and people trying to eat, So, but that's what he did. I mean, I suppose if there was like the crowd's there. Like there's like a crowd, an audience there to see Opie do his show, and they sort of gathered around the little place he was, and it didn't seem like that was the case. Uh, and so they're telling little stories and about music and stuff, but yeah, it just wasn't that. Um, and I don't know. It's just he has an act for finding new ways to sort of mess things up for whatever it is he's trying to do. So anyway, I thought I would draw him as a singer, and I mean certainly it's not like he was letting on that he was really good at it or anything. No, he was trying to be silly, and I guess he was to a certain point, but a sort of annoying silly, you know. That couldn't have been good, but that's what he did. But I do recall that from the old show that Anthony would make fun of Eddie Vedder and do the because the even flow was the big song, you know, for the Pearl the Gem, and the Toadies was do you want to die and all that stuff, but he was yelling that out too, and geez, it was terrible. So I don't know why they didn't just do it in that basement area they've done previous shows, because it seems like it'd be out of the way and people don't have to hear that crap while they're trying to eat and probably conversing amongst themselves or people at the bar wanting to talk and all that, and then this guy he just won't shut up. But I guess he wasn't thrown out, you know. So maybe no one complains or nothing, and they're just it's Opie's here again. Okay, maybe it's like that. Meanwhile, the purple mouth thing continues. Now this is it's like it shows up at when he's doing a show from his home. Uh, but here you have it's like, well, it's the lighting and stuff. It's crappy lighting, and if only he would do something about that. But instead, shows up here too. So I guess there's something to it. Like someone was suggesting that it's like he just drinks wine all the time, and that it's staining his mouth and teeth and all that. And of course, maybe the lighting does accentuate it, but still, I don't know, something there. But of course, the different setting and scenario. Hmm. Perhaps there is something there. Well, that's one possible drawing, but I'm not happy with it. I think it needs to be more animated. So let's see. Um, that would be, yeah, okay. So I'll just sort of draw the positions. And, like he's like a real rock star, You gotta be all intense and stuff. Of course, I remember that where he was screaming repeatedly the racist crap, and he had this almost like Elvis uh, pose with his hand. Like when Elvis's later days, he would do that. I don't know if it was supposed to be like a karate thing or something for Elvis, but anyway, it's like Opie was sick of that racist crap, you know. So yeah, that'll work. So there we go. Even more impassioned wailing. Uh, there we go. Let's see. He did have the hat on. Damn it. It's going to be a bit of a challenge. Where's the... There we go. There we are. Are you on Ozempic? Yes. Let's see. I don't guess I need the whole stand and all that. I lived on 57th in New York City for about a year prior to moving to Hoboken. I never saw anyone as annoying as Opie. He will piss off the wrong person one day and end up with a broken eye socket. Jeez Louise. Okay. How many tanks of fuel did it take to get to Chattanooga? Let's see. Um, let's see. I went to it was so I was already tanked up before I left, and then there was Hattiesburg. Stopped to get gas there. I guess that was like two full tanks got me there. Yeah, I think so. Then same thing, on the way out, I gassed up. But then, getting lost and stuff, it took a little longer. So that was probably uh, three tanks overall. Uh, 8 times Ozempic cut 50 pounds. How long did that take? I don't know, about a month. The main thing was the control of the sugar. I didn't really give a shit about the weight so much, but I mean, other than that, I said, "Oh yeah, if you just lost weight, you wouldn't have this problem of the dizziness and all that." And like, Well, I mean, in some ways, it decreased, some like stuff at work and that kind of thing. But as far as being crouched down like that for that amount of time, fighting with that damn thing, having to jump back up because traffic was getting bad coming down on me and all that. not ideal circumstances, but they do happen. You know. A. Thompson, oh shit, you need to come over here and get the loose skin off. It's not a lot of loose skin. Uh, uh, there we go. All right. So there he is singing Eerr. Wow, 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 wow. Eerr. All right. Oh, yeah, I guess do little designs with the microphone. The Opster. Now, a lot of the conversation he was having sounds like, well, the wife really wants him out of the house a lot, you know? Uh, I don't know if I'm trying to think if he got really loud. I mean, he does, he kind of gets irritated with the chat and stuff and kind of yells at them and stuff like that. But I was trying to think if it was on par with what he was doing and the par with the, the songs and stuff. And perhaps, don't know the room that he typically uh, broadcasts from. I don't know if that's like close to the bedrooms where everybody else just can't get any sleep and it's early in the morning and all that stuff. Uh, so, I can't take any more of this of you ranting and raving about Anthony Cumia all the time. I don't know. But it's not too far afield to speculate that the circumstance perhaps happened a time or two. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Well, the dose was initially, it started off, what was it, 2.5, then 0.5, like half of it. Now it's the full dose because they figured, oh, well, you're acclimated to it or something. But I don't know. I kind of thought just keep it like it was, but whatevs. So probably will shed more pounds and we'll see what that does. But for the most part, it controls the sugar levels incredibly well. And then that was becoming a problem, and I didn't really even know why. It was just like, well, I guess age. Uh, and then, took the shot of this stuff, and that's it. No more diabetic numbers. And so it's what you want to see. Yes, yes. Damn, I really messed this up. Oh, another thing I did was I completed season 2 of Black Mirror. Can't say I'm all that crazy about the last episode. The rest of them are, they were all interesting and stuff. This one kind of meanders around. I get the points of uh, the cruelties of the pursuit of justice, I guess, what it was trying to do. Uh, but it's like it was taking on several different things at once. I don't know. It just kind of didn't completely resonate with me. Had its moments though. All right. What did it do? Oh, there it is. Okay. Sorry for the noise. It makes the microphone wiggle. Okay. A Tom said, LOL, would you want Opie in the house? No, not if he's going to be doing that. A Thompson, you should see the line at the pharmacies here. All the tourists buying that stuff. Yeah, but is it real? A Thompson, so technically you are no longer diabetic. No, I'm diabetic. There's no undoing that. I mean, there's people who like become super health nuts and bodybuilders and stuff, and they can kind of maintain it. But once you've crossed that line of hitting that sugar level, you're diabetic. There's no like cure that just keeps your insulin levels normal and all that sort of thing, and so the sugar numbers don't spike. Uh, but you want to maintain those sugar levels so that the damage that diabetes can cause is greatly diminished, if not, somewhat reversed. And that because as long as you prolong in that condition, it's going to do damage to organs and stuff like that. It doesn't. You should demo Adobe Max, see if it works well. What for? uh, all right. So I'll put this into the Photoshop. And what have I got here? To probably something I've played a million times before, but it's a Nailsin News video. And I'll put that on whilst I put Opie here into Photoshop. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This is a Nailsin News Bulletin. Dad invited 31-year-old Florida man to share a bedroom with his 15-year-old daughter. So, here's the boyfriend. Nice shirt. And here's Dad. Jeez, did he do a lot of coke or what? God. Anyway, a Missouri dad thought his teenage daughter was talking to a nice guy online. Oh, jeez. And allegedly invited him to come live with them, even though that guy was 31 years old. Hey, this is like the setup of a sitcom, isn't it? Frederick Copping, 47, was arrested on March 14th, along with Travis Kalkbrenner, 31, the Florida man who called Copping's 15-year-old daughter his girlfriend. According to a probable cause statement, police were called to the home in response to a possible domestic incident. The arrest warrant was for Copping. Said that when Cole County Sheriff's Office deputies arrived, they observed that the teenager was extremely intoxicated. And according to the local affiliate, she claimed to be 22 years old. Deputies soon found out that she was 15, and her living situation raised some eyebrows. All right. According to Copping's arrest warrant, he explained to police that his daughter had been talking to Kalkbrenner for a few years. Few? And usually few can count as 3. So, 12? Good Lord. Oh, anyway, on the internet, where all the good stuff happens. And the two communicated on the Discord app, including video chats. I'll bet. Copping told police that Kalkbrenner seemed like a nice guy and allegedly invited the man to move into his home with his underage daughter. Copping stated that he believed Kalkbrenner was 25 or 26 years old. Oh, well, that changes everything. But reportedly admitted that he wasn't sure. So at least Kalkbrenner didn't say, hey, man, I'm 16. No. The probable cause statement, as well as the warrant, described how Copping and his daughter allegedly drove to Florida to get Kalkbrenner. Good God. I mean, is he just this big of a pushover for his daughter? You know, to where, Daddy, I love him. All right, honey. Okay. When the trio arrived back at their Russellville home in Missouri, Copping allegedly provided the boyfriend with condoms. Jeez Louise, look, whatever you got to do, keep her occupied. I can't take her crap anymore. And told Kalkbrenner, you better not get her pregnant. Or what, Dad? What? Copping was also asked by police about his daughter's alleged intoxicated state. According to the warrant, he said, well, she has this habit of getting into his alcohol, and hey, I can't control that. According to the probable cause statement, deputies said that Kalkbrenner allegedly admitted to several sexual encounters with the teenager whom he thought was 22 years old. Well, now here's the thing. This is quite the conundrum. Her father comes to get him from Florida and drive him back to Missouri to live with them. You know, and he may have a solid case. I really thought she was 22. You know. So, Jesus, a lot of toys here in your room. Kalkbrenner was charged with first-degree rape, first-degree sodomy, 2 counts of statutory rape, 1 count of first-degree sexual abuse, and 1 count of fourth-degree child molestation. He's being held at the Cole County Jail without bond. He's due in court on March 21st, whatever. Copping was charged with child abuse, first-degree endangering the welfare of a child, first-degree accessory to rape, first-degree accessory to, good Lord, 2 counts of second-degree accessory to statutory rape, 1 count of first-degree accessory to sexual. Hey, that's true. He is an accessory. He provided the condom. He said, go at it. And he's got nothing. I mean, the other guy said, look, I really believe she was 22. But the father, no, he knew she was 15. But, hey, look, she's 22 in her mind. Whatever, you know. And fourth-degree accessory to child molestation. During his video arraignment on March 17th, he pled not guilty to all charges. Yeah, that'll work. He is also being held at the Cole County Jail without bond. Well, then, you know, him and the very nice guy can hang out and talk about, hey, man, where do you think we messed up? He is scheduled for a counsel status hearing on March 21st and a preliminary hearing on April 3rd. Oh, that's it? Well, let's see what commentary has to say. Pat Veldon says this is just so wrong on so many levels. Well, the main level here is the father. Klingon psychiatry with that's Doctor Who in there. Well, whatever. Where is her mom in any of this? Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe she passed away. I don't know. Geist von Panzer, Kalkbrenner, and his enabler Copping need to be hung by their ankles in town square. Well, only if people get to beat them with shovels and brooms and stuff, right? I mean, just hanging from their ankles after a while. It's like, I mean, they'll get sick and stuff, but they'll be all right after that. John Michael, I actually think Dad has a thing for his own daughter. Oh, God. Living out his own fantasies through it. Do you think there was a chair at the end of the bed and he sat? Geist van Panzer, or with another man. Oh, he wanted his daughter to lure him in and get him all, fluffed so that he could walk in. Room for one more? I don't know. Sure is bizarre, isn't it? No, really. I thought she was 22. I thought she was 22. He's like, oh, well, he gets out of control with the alcohol, and I just can't deal with that. Well, you got stuff to deal with now. So the lesson here is, don't let 30-year-olds date your 15-year-old.
This has been a Nailsin News Bulletin.
Well, what a happy little story that was, I don't know what became of those, but maybe there'll be an update one day. Where am I? Fuel, Karmic, no, Ozempic. Yeah, oh shit. No, I've already read these. No, you should see the pharmacy. Yeah. Starry claps for Doug. So thank you, Starry. Much appreciated. Thompson, yeah, it's real stuff here. It's like $230 for one syringe. So that is like $12,000 for a year's supply. Thompson, the issue is if there is a settlement in America where people injured by it get paid, you will not be getting paid. Oh, well, that figures. Thompson, that's the real reason drugs are expensive in America. You are protected. Cocteau, sounds like I missed a good one. Oh, the crazy news story? Yeah, it's an old one. Some guy basically just gave his daughter away to this weirdo. I don't know, or, well, the father's the weirdo here. Like I said, the guy theoretically, because no, I really believe she was 22 years old. Cocteau, there are degrees to sodomy? Apparently, yes. 8 times. Doug, are you on Ozempic for the rest of your life? I don't know how this. Hey, it's relatively new. We'll see what happens. Cocteau, 5th degree sodomy. Wow. 5 degrees of sodomy. Sounds like a novel or something. Starry, the dysfunction is strong in that story. Well, yeah, I know. It's doesn't get any crazier. I'm sure I'll find something. But poof. And it's just like in the comments, we was either the dad had a thing for his daughter, or he was interested in the dude. He went out of his way to go pick this guy up and bring him home. So I don't know. That's my girl. Bring daddy a boyfriend. And the guy's like, huh? Or, yeah, he was into his daughter. Oof. But, oh boy, they were caught and stuff, so everything will be fine now. I'm sure she'll be perfectly okay. Yeah. And of course, the interesting question was, where the hell's the mother? Well, coming out of that situation, either she OD'd or, died of, some sort of natural cause. You just never know. Uh, so she was left in the care of her father, um, who thought it would be a really good idea for her to hook up with this guy she met online because, he sounded like a really nice guy. So, hey, I didn't want her running around with strangers out there. I wanted her whoring around with strangers right here under my roof while I sat in a chair at the corner of the bed. That's just how things are done in this household. Well, the law didn't care for that, so he's in jail, along with I don't know what you call it. They didn't get married, so I guess he would be the son-in-law. But hey, he could have been. Yeah. Oh well. And still might. I mean, what if you think she'll wait for that guy? After he's let out, and it's like, you know what? In spite of everything, um, I can't remember what color shirt he was wearing. I usually go for this. Oops. Brian. I do recall the hat being red, though. I don't know. Gephards has merch, right? They have hats and stuff, so I think he wears one of those. That might have been what it was. Come on now. You get in there. You do the color like it's supposed to. Oh yeah, the pants. Maybe that. It's Opie wear the earth tones. Probably. I don't know. Don't really think about it much until I'm doing these drawings. All right. There you go. You get a little color too. There you go. See? That's nice. How about you? Yeah. Oops. Yeah, whatever. Oh, what the hell is all this? I don't want that there. Oops. Come on, damn it. Let's see, where's my... There we go. Okay, now I gotta... this, and that ought to do it. Okay. I'll touch up this microphone. Yeah. I do it here. Yeah. Yeah. I'll go back to this. Oh, wait, I know. And let me see here. There we go. some amount of definition, if you will, of the lines. That. Now for his hand. Oop, oop, oop. Probably should have took that out, but I didn't. Okay. Now, there was some speculation on who are these podcasts of Opie's mental health. Now, he used to talk a long time about his mother had issues. And so these things can run in the family, and that would be some credibility. So there might be something a little off as he gets older. That delusions ensue and whatnot. I suppose it's possible, but it would only be pure speculation at the moment, you understand. Let's see. There we go. Oops, oops, oops. There we go. Hey, it's good enough. All right. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Okie dokie. One of these will do. And do it like that. There, his purple mouth. Yes. As he sings his heart out. There you go. That's Opie. Singing the greatest hits of, I don't know, the early 90s, I guess. The 90s. Put that there. Put that here. Ah, yes. Yay. 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 There you go. That's one singing Opie. That's not really. Uh, the dysfunction is strong. Yeah, I read that one. Hey, Thompson, did you get a new tire or will you ray it? No, I'm getting new tires. I've just been driving a car for the time being. But yeah, I got to take care of business tomorrow. Can't today. It's a holiday. Sorry, Dad. Stop. You're embarrassing me. Most said thing to my dad as a teen. Yeah, you can imagine how many times was that said in that house. Jason Shelley channeling your inner Bob Ross. Hello. Yeah. You tend to do that when you're. I could add this here. Put this little color right there. Happy little purple on the mouth. Yeah. Jason Shelley, you could be the next big ASMR star. Oh, yeah. Jeez. Not in the way the girls do it. Starry tried to go back. Who is this Opie? Well, Opie is the Opie from the former Opie and Anthony radio show. And Opie's not doing so well, at least mentally, it appears. And if you were never into the Opie and Anthony show, it's a long, complicated story. But well, he's just one of these sad characters, But hey, you never know. Maybe he'll bounce back, and something. Is that for? I don't know. Starry says TNX, like thanks, I guess. A Thompson, I am sorry Karmic acts the way he does, dog. I don't know how all this unfolded. I'm probably next on Karmic's shit list. Well, eventually everybody is, aren't they? It looks bad, and somebody who really knows him, like family or something, should probably intervene. That would probably be the best outcome because this could be very serious. Hey, Thompson, he has turned on everyone. Yeah, that's the deal. Well, not everyone. He does in a car. What are you, gay? LOL. Jason Shelley, I was driving and just looked down to see the purple mouth. Hilarious. Look, keep your eyes on the road. Trust me, it's dangerous out there. Yes, the purple mouth appears to be a thing. As to its origins, well, there are theories. Drinking wine a lot is one. Perhaps just the stress that he's under for being constantly humiliated at Anthony's success, whereas he's sitting there stewing. Perhaps it manifests itself as if it's literally bruising his lips and tongue and everything, But that would be horrible. But a lot of it is, and I assumed it too, is like the bad lighting for when he does his show in his apartment. Could, and obviously would accentuate whatever the deal is. But like I said at the outset, when he's doing the show from the bar, that's different lighting, and it looks a little better actually. Certainly from the clip I watched earlier, and boy, that purplish tint is still there. It's not around the other guys, so something's going on. Just I don't know. Hey Thompson, Dr. Harley has purple lips now. Well, yeah, but it's lipstick, isn't it? I mean, Opie's not doing that. So I mean, like Dr. Harley could just wash it off. Starry from humiliation. Like, well, yeah. Yeah, he's see, Anthony recently went back to radio. and Opie was mocking it, saying it was nothing. Then he immediately gets syndicated, then goes to a third hour. The network is the same one that does Bill O'Reilly's radio show. And recently, for Bill O'Reilly to take time off, Anthony gets his spot to sit in. So, I mean, that's the thing, you know, it was a minor gig. It's beneath him or something like that. And that's why Opie wouldn't take something like that. But you work, it grows. And I mean, overnight, it grew for Anthony. And that's testament to his abilities and whatnot. Anthony Cumia is the type of guy who he could sit there and read the back of a shampoo bottle and it would be interesting. Yeah. Opie, not so much. In their heyday, they worked very well together, but it fell apart. And I would have thought at the time, I didn't realize how bad it was, and certainly the relationship and whatnot. But I would have thought he'd have found something radio wise to do that wouldn't necessarily be. And he's always talking about, you know, Opie and Anthony's in the past and all that, and wouldn't want to do this thing. But he kind of just keeps trying to be this hilarious guy, which he ends up being, but not in the way he intended. And I would have, I don't know. I guess there just wasn't anything else for him to talk about. I don't know. So there is a certain amount of sadness about it, you know. But what are you going to do? Cocteau says, I popped into Karmic's chat last night and said, God bless Jesus. He was happy to see me. I didn't stick around, though. Well, there you go. See, maybe it's he's on an upswing now. Jason Shelley says, maybe he's into autoerotic asphyxiation and he just loosened the belt before. You see, the theories. There's multiple theories and possibilities as to what's going on. A. Thompson, he is playing David Carradine in the closet before the show. Yeah, what a weird way to go, you know. And yeah, they're going to find you when you're there tied up in lingerie. Cocteau, I can't find the stream on YouTube. Sam's channel name? Sam? Oh, same channel name with Karmic? I guess. I don't know. I can't remember. It's just Karmic X, isn't it? Cocteau autocorrect is a pig. Oh, I wasn't aware of this. But you see, that just goes to show you learn something new every day. Sometimes it's not really new. It's just you forgot. And then someone mentions it and you go, oh, yeah. And, well, today we learned that autocorrect is a pig. Yeah. A. Dobson says it's Karmic X83. So I guess. Because I think it showed me where. Damn it. I gotta go look this. Well, I know. Just put it in the search, stupid. Karmic X. No, not Cat Mix. Karmic X. No. Oh my God. All right. It just says the channel's Karmic X. Oh no. It's all live. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, it is at Karmic X83. But shouldn't you just be able to go to the channel? Oh, yeah, it is in there. Okay. Home, yeah, YouTube / at Karmic X83. So there you go. That's Karmic's channel. So we're all caught up. He doesn't. He is too young to be drinking that much. It's sad. I'm glad I never started that shit. Isn't he like 41 years? I didn't realize he was 41. I thought he was much younger than that, you know. Cocktail, no, you're streaming on Rumble, and I assume somewhere else since you're talking to people I don't see on Rumble chat. Yeah. I'm also on YouTube. It's the Nailsin ratings. Let's see. Just go to my. Hey, why don't you? There it is. Yeah, well, you look it up, youtube.com/@Mr Nailsin. That's MR. Well, I could just copy that. Go here. Bloop. There's that. Yeah, you see? Cool, huh? But yeah, I'm on YouTube too. Starry, the Tim Hortons hasn't kicked in for Cocteau yet. Huh. Well, anyway, there we all right, Starry sent a super tip. Let me see. I gotta switch the EV Mux so that it's visible. There you go. Whoops. That should work. Let me hit the thingy to play the message. Of course, I can read it better here. We'll have to catch the beginning. Thanks for the morning stream. Well, you're very welcome, Starry, and thanks for the super tip, and thanks for watching the shoe. The show. Yeah. I actually did see some Ed Sullivan last night. The Rolling Stones were playing. Painted Black. Yeah. It's actually a very sad tune. It's about his long-lost girlfriend who died. And he's all very sad, you know? Yeah. But anyway, thanks again, Starry. Very nice. Okay. We'll do that. That should, yes, it did. All right. Hey, Thompson, you're getting all new tires? Yes. Hey, Thompson, it was a lot more damage than just the tire. Anyway, hey, Thompson, is it a 4x4 truck? What are you trying to do here? No, it's not a boy. Cocteau, I did it. Oh, good Lord. Sorry. Haha. Hey, Cocteau. Okay. All right. Okay. Back to Rumble. All right. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm going to take off now. I got my Eerr in, and don't know what comes tonight. Depending, I'm conscious by then. Probably do another one at some point, and hopefully do Pat's show tonight as well. So we'll see you there, and have a good rest of your day.
please wrap up.
Look at me!
Okay, we're all done here.
Fucking
Hey,
pathetic!
no, we're all done. Come on.